There are no more cold openings. There's nothing more to talk about. Only one word matters, ladies and gentlemen, and it is playoffs.
Playoffs? Don't talk about it. Playoffs?
Win and survive. Let's go! Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, welcome to the fantasy football playoffs.
Playoffs? Don't talk about it. Playoffs?
The setup is great. The playoffs are there. It's all ready for you to take, and all you have to do is win 3 or 2 games, and it is $450 more in your bank account. Of course, don't of course ask Lance immediately for it, because then he will act like he doesn't know what you're talking about as a joke, which is funny. It's really funny. Fuck you. And then of course we have $50 to the person who gets second place. So you get your money back for your efforts, and honestly, that's about as rewarding as it can get. But we've got matchups, we've got playoffs, we've got predictions, and you know I'm going to try and predict these playoffs. First things first, Lance, congratulations. You get a bye week. Enjoy it. I mean, this is the deepest you're getting in without any help.
That's what she said.
So I hope you enjoy that and you celebrate being one step away from at least getting your money back. And then, of course, you'll have the easiest quote-unquote matchup left in the playoffs. I think he will get the bottom seed that is remaining. So if a 4, 5, 6, or 7 wins, they will play Lance most likely. If something else happens, I don't know. I can't predict the future, but I can definitely look and see and make inferences about the future, which I will be doing because it is fun. Next, we have Nick and George, the first matchup of the week. Excuse me. We have ourselves a very exciting matchup between Nick and George, two people I have had zero issues with in history and will never have issues with again. That being said, this is going to be a very interesting matchup. I think Nick getting Lamar Jackson back at just the right time. Lamar Jackson is in his fuck you stage. He is about ready to fuck some people up in the football gods, and he, of course, gets to play the New York Football Giants, who are one of the two bastardized people that are playing inside of the wondrous place known as MetLife Stadium. That being said, I still think Nick will take this matchup no matter what. Nick has got a pretty solid team overall, though his running back core has struggled immensely, and he's starting Evan Ingram in the flex, so that will be interesting. I do still think the issue with George is the fact that he's relying a lot on a New York Giant-based football player in Tyron Tasey, and of course, Bo Nix as his quarterback. Now, Bo Nix has been balling a little bit, but it is Bo Nix. And at any point in time, it can start swinging the other way on the pendulum of Bo Nix being a lead or not. I think we're currently in. He's pretty goddamn good. We're going to swing back to, at some point this week. But that is the first matchup. I'll go ahead and write Nick, or just write an N there for Nick because I don't have time to write the full names. There, Nick, you get an N. Congrats. Next up, we have Sam versus Lionel, because if you think I'm predicting the other one first, fuck you. Sam versus Lionel is going to be a very interesting matchup. I've taken a look at the lineups, and I gotta say, Lionel might be the sleeper pick to go on a deep run in this playoff bracket. Keep in mind, he's got Bijan and he's got Derrick Henry as his running back duo. The 2 and 4 in fantasy football. I don't think there's a goddamn person that can be anywhere closer to that at all in talent and acumen of fantasy football running backs. Of course, the best running back in fantasy football is Saquon Barkley, who is not even in the playoffs, which is kind of crazy to think about, but nevertheless. I do think, however, Sam is getting the benefit of Josh Jacobs being on a fucking heater. CeeDee Lamb has been playing well. He's still starting Jaden Reed, who's projected 11 points. I'm going to go ahead and say Sam's going to flip a coin with that one. But I will go ahead and project that this is going to be a very close game. I'm going to go ahead, though, and give Sam the edge and say Samuel Cracker will win. I think that he will be facing off against the second lowest seed in the playoffs in the second round. He is a division winner. He won his division from his brother last week. Congratulations, Sam. You won the season Cracker Bowl, unless you two meet in the championship, which is my nightmare fuel. But, of course, I will go ahead and write the S. Give me that marker. The last matchup to talk about is me versus Jack. Jack versus Joey. The J bowl of the year. Of course, it would be JJ, but JJ didn't make the playoffs because Christian McCaffrey's too busy filming ads than running the football. I'm kidding. I hope you get better, Christian McCaffrey. You seem like a really nice guy. But nevertheless, me and Jack, it is destined to play this week. Of course, I will not be letting my dad run my fantasy team this week. Jack probably will let his dad run his. Jack is, of course, claiming that this is a travesty of God probably right now, claiming that he should be the one on top of me or whatever. I don't fucking care. Just go back. Whatever bowl Deion Sanders and his team are going to, why don't you go to that fucking bowl and leave us the fuck alone for a few weeks, because it'd be really nice. And honestly, maybe you'll get a tan, you pale motherfucker. I don't want to hear it. That being said, I do think this is the closest matchup we have gotten. The separation between me and Jack is mere 0.6 points in the projections. Jack has got a solid team. I can't deny it. He's got himself a really great offense led by two stud running backs in Kyron Williams and Breece Hall. Of course, Breece Lightning, my beloved, won me my fantasy football championship last year, which Jack traded him to me. He didn't this year. I almost got him to. He didn't. And, of course, my team is led by the fact that I am simply just doing everything I can to win in spite of my team being kind of mid. But that being said, my team has gotten some great reinforcements. Chase Brown has been amazing. Jameer Gibbs is the 5th best running back. And James Cook, the 14th best running back, is running out of flex. I got TJ Hawkinson back just in time for fantasy football playoffs. It is wonderful. And I am scared because I don't know if they're going to show up. This game will come down to Monday night. This game will come down to the 2 Monday night games. For some reason, there's 2 of them. Atlanta will be taking on Las Vegas in what I can only assume is God punishing all of us for our sins on a Monday instead of a Sunday. And Justin Jefferson and TJ Hawkinson will be playing Monday. I don't know who they play. Let me just double check. They will be playing Chicago. So Chicago's probably going to win that game. That'd be funny as shit. But in the effort of staying as unbiased possible, I'm just going to do this because technically this prediction can't be wrong because I'm only going to write a J. I'm only going to write a J. And that can't be wrong because both our names start with... It's pretty obvious why I'm doing that. I do not want to predict this the winner of this game. I really don't, because I know for a fact Jack will be clipping it and like using his motivation. He'll be putting it up on his wall right next to his giant Deion Sanders shrine, and he'll probably be trying to prove me wrong and having a fucking powwow in the middle of the street of the Colorado Commons. Which, by the way, I don't even think he's still there. I think he's back in Chicago. I don't care. Either way, I will not be predicting a winner in that, staying unbiased as possible. If I did, I think Jack might win just because his team's looking a little bit better right now with the offense, and I don't know how I will be doing. I can't really trust Justin Jefferson because his teammates would rather eat than himself. But that's all for this week. The fantasy football playoffs are underway. Right now in the bracket, we've got two-time champions, a fraud, and a bunch of non-champion. Oh, and Jack also won one, but of course a bunch of frauds who have never won it. The odds that a new winner arises instead of a repeat winner are already low because Lance is already in the second round. So if you want to win your first ever fantasy football championship, which 3 of you have to, I wish you the best of luck. If you're trying to repeat, if you're George and Jack, fuck you. If you're Lance, double fuck you. And if you're myself, good luck. You're going to fucking need it, you weirdo. Then I hope you all have a good week, except Jack and George, of course. And I hope you all enjoy. Fantasy football is hitting its premiere. Have a good night. See y'all next week. If I lose, I'm probably just going to kill myself on stream. So, bye!